When I hear it coming up like that, I just know that things are gonna end bad. When my body only moves for the beat, y'all been waiting for me. La 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 la, I'll just keep dropping it, like there's no stopping it. Then walk with it. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Hello and welcome to a belated Palanga 503-kilometer special event stream here at Phoenix SimSport. We're not on lap number 7 of 189. We're actually on lap 100, not 100. We have 125 laps remaining, which means we're on lap 65 of the race. Because due to work reasons, I have missed the first 58 laps. It looks like quite a few teams are doing their pit stops, and maybe some driver swaps, some long stops. So I've not got the leaderboard set correctly. I don't know how I'm supposed to be separating the GT3 and the Cubs. Let me see if I can quickly try to do that. Okay, so what are the Cup cars called then? Hang on. Cup 1, apparently. Okay. There we go. We have got a leaderboard of the different classes. I'm not sure if this leaderboard is correct. So we have 5 GT3s, 3 Cups, and 7 TCRs, consisting or making that a 15 driver grid. We're seeing a lot of collisions on the timing page. That is to be expected. We've got the Cup leader just tapping the wall. So they are ahead of Sam and Eric Racing by, I don't think a lap, close to that. Oh, Darren McAllister is round at the hairpin in his Renault Megane. That is not ideal for currently 4th place at TCR driver. Got quite a few single crew or single driver crews, and also a few that will have a teammate. So currently, Mantis Racing is leading the charge. I believe car number 73. Just ignore that I have not downloaded any livery because I'm not even sure if there is a livery pack. There might be. I think there is. I have no idea where it is, to be honest. Anyway, almost traffic jam here. That is Craig Luckhurst in the Mustang GT3 getting harassed by the leading Cup car of Palanga. As they go into this very, very long right-hander, Luckhurst hugging the wall. Have to be careful there as the Palanga Porsche Cup car goes into the pits for presumably his first long stop of the race. As the Mantis BMW laps Craig Luckhurst. So this 73 car is driven by Giga Sass and Piotr Strakowski, as in the background there, Luckhurst hitting the barrier. And the 26 Mantis car is also a BMW, but driven by Federico Latini and Matt Gringo. So yes, there's no livery pack. There's no liveries because I have just finished work. So be thankful that there is at least a stream. So Giga Sass is currently in the leading 73 car. We've got Alex Schoffer, who I think is a single driver entry in the Audi, that is, I think. We've got ISRL Downies also in the Audi, as well as Craig Luckhurst in the Mustang. So 3 different cars represented in the GT3 class. So I'm just trying to see as, oh, this is very awkward, trying to pass a Cup car through there. I believe that is the Potato Racing car. Currently last and 3rd place in the Porsche Cup. They have not made the chicane at all. Now what's happened there then? They've just parked it in the apex of the chicane, and now they're trying to fire the car back up. So clearly some major technical issue for the Cup car, as one of the TCR crew absolutely jumped the final chicane. I'm trying to have a look at who is driving the Potato Racing entry. I don't know. Alright, so the ISI or Downey's entry is driven by Jamal Quagmire as well as Dennis Aldenorog. I believe that is a very familiar name as they are going to send it down the inside of the chicane. That is very risky to do. And he's not made the corner. He's not made the corner. He tried to dive down the inside of, I believe that is the Max Simons Hyundai TCR entry. And he's absolutely made a huge mess of that. Well, luckily they are multiple laps ahead of Craig Lucas as we welcome Samuel Bailman in the Twitch chat. A major error for the Quagmire Ordinary crew there, losing them 5 to 10 seconds. It must, I think, more like 10 seconds there. So rather unfortunate. So the Player Zero car currently in the pits. Both of the, the Cup cars are in the pits. Player Zero is driven by Sahatanai Tsuwawu. I think that is a single driver crew. Semi-aero racing, of course, driven by Samuel Bailman and Ragnar Onambi. So this car is currently second in the Cup. We already got a DNF from the Will Not DNF Racing BMW driven by Maxime Beldi. He's already not here in the server. As Potato Racing is driven by Vincent Maya and Ali Nyandoro Mahachi. Sorry for butchering your names. They're currently, judging by my timing screen, 4 laps down on 5th and 6th. So if Eric isn't driving, there must be Samuel Bailman, that is, from Sam and Eric Racing, is doing the whole 3.5 hours. As Potato Racing absolutely just didn't do the second chicane at all. And they've lost further seconds. And they are trying to fire the car back up. And yeah, that has gone really wrong for them. But if they can finish, they'll still get a podium out of it. And I believe, let's have a look at the TCR crew then. Darren McAllister currently, judging by the information that I have, is 2 laps ahead of Max Simons. I think 1.5 more like. So they have a huge lead as they slam the wall coming out of that left-hander. So 6 of the 7 TCR crews are just single driver crews. The only team that has 2 drivers in the TCR category is Tractors RS. Interesting team name. That's driven by George Romington and John Discord. That's definitely not his actual name. I don't know. Well, it says 15 out of 189 because I joined 15 laps ago. The timing will not sync up. So if you can see in the scrolling bar on top of the lap counts, it says ignore the incorrect lap count. I believe the order is at least correct. The delta might be absolutely messed up as well. But like I said, this is a temporary emergency stream. That's why there's no livery. Well, I can actually install the livery song. If where is the livery pack? Does anybody in the chat know? Mentis 26 apparently is actually 2 laps down instead of 39 seconds down. Well, it's fine. I guess we'll call it as it is. Because the delta is jumping by about 20 seconds each. Oh, each refresh basically. So all the deltas are rather a bit chaotic. I believe that is Benjamin Odin getting lapped by Darren McAllister. He is, I think, 3 laps down, judging by the lap counts. Oh, and he's got traffic. Oh, he's not given away to the traffic, and he's been tapped round by the GT3. I believe the Audi of Alex Schoffer. I mean, I feel like both drivers could have done a lot better in that situation. Schoffer could have been more patient, and Benjamin, being the slower TCR driver, could have given way sooner as well. As Darren McAllister, the TCR leader, actually drove into the wall on this long right-hander to make way for the Audi. We have got then, that is Sam and Eric Racing, aka Samuel Bellman only, getting past the Honda Civic. Now, who is driving the Honda Civic then? It is that Benjamin Odin again? It is, of course. So yeah, that was more, well, cleaner, of course, for him. As now, flash of headlights from Mantis 26 BMW to the Cupra of, was that the Tractors R's Cupra? I believe that is, and they've given away really, really kindly there to the second place team. Now, yes, if you can send it, but surely it's in the Discord's channel somewhere, isn't it? Because otherwise nobody can download the whole pack. I checked the livery channel, it only has each individual livery. I did not see a livery pack in the... It's in Palanga. Okay. Alright, hang on. You will lose game sound for a moment, because if the screen is not in focus, there will be no sound apparently for my Assetto Corsa. So let me just quickly go to Discord. Palanga attendance. Ah, there we are. All right. Hang on. Okay, so I should go. Okay, time to update the deliveries. I'll be joining back the game in a moment. No, intro is not needed. Music can stay. Oh, very good. My content manager has crashed. What a wonderful day to be alive. Welcome back to live racing actions. All deliveries that I saw should be now installed, as Potato Racing once again was slamming to the wall there. Clearly they do not know how to do this track. Literally wall riding along this long right-hander, and they are taking the absolutely wrong line into the chicane. They've absolutely blocked the road, and I believe that is Craig Lucas behind them. Now, finally being able to get past them. I did see a TCR parked on the side of the road. There's Lucas, gets a tank slapper, and now he's blocking the track. Max Simons has to cut through the first chicane, and he has hit. Max Simons has hit something. I think he's turned in too early and hit the bundle on the inside. Well, I hope there's a fixed camera on that hairpin that we can just, I don't know, stay there and watch all the actions unfold. Because bloody hell, that was crazy. And Max Simons, incidentally, has taken the TCR lead. But does that mean, was that Darren McAllister who... No, Darren McAllister is just doing his pit stop. It was Alex Perry who had a huge moment into the chicane. Let's go on board with Alex Perry braking too late. Well, he's immediately somehow downshift to the reverse gear. Now has he broken the gearbox then? Yeah, he has to teleport to the pits. So big drama for Alex Perry. And well, at least he's done both of his long stops. But he's down to 14th and 6th in class into the penultimate position. And now Tractors Us is up into 10th overall, passing Darren McAllister, and they are currently second in the category. There was a notification of a very long stop and go penalty, I believe, for one of the drivers. Didn't manage to catch that. So not ideal, as Max Simons has passed Potato Racing on the road. So TCR car is now ahead of a Cup car. That is quite something. It just shows how much lack of pace that Potato Racing is demonstrating here tonight, unfortunately for them. Got a tight battle up ahead. I think that is the lapped car of Craig Lucas, getting lapped by Alex Schoffer in the Audi. Now this is actually a battle of overall position again. Max Simons might be finishing ahead of a GT3. As Lucas completely messes up the first chicane, has to cut through the corner. Max Simons first gear full lock, turns in and turns out of the corner. So, current situation then. As Alex Perry has hit the wall somewhere. Ah, he's had a game crash. Alex Perry has had a game crash. That's what happened to him. So he didn't go into reverse gear because that was very bizarre. He's had a game crash. Now that is going to cost him a heap of time, because when you reconnect, you must do a long stop. And he drove out after the reconnect, which means he's been given a stop-go 220-second penalty. And Alex Perry is going to, well, plunge down to last place. He's apparently still 3 laps ahead of Scupas. So maybe, just maybe, after his stop and go, he's still not last. More lapping to be done here. That is a lot of cars on the main straight. I'd have to be careful there. That is Potato Racing. Just like, eh? I mean, they're not even accelerating. They are They're driving at a civilian pace, and to be perfectly honest, I do not understand what they are doing. I mean, the fastest lap is a 1:06. That is as fast as the other Cup cars. But their last lap is a 1:19.6. Now why are they 11 seconds slower then? That makes absolutely no sense. Well, the only explanation I have is one of the drivers in the team knows how to drive, the other doesn't. Now we don't know which one is which. One of them is Vincent Meyer, and the other one is Eli Neandro Mahachi. Now I think whoever that is currently driving should never be allowed to drive again. I mean, this is basically dangerous pace. Look at this. Oh my goodness me. What is going on? There's also lag involved. He's moving sideways. This is just a tough watch, isn't it? No, he's not braked. Or that's just lag, I guess. And he's lagging through the barrier. I am so confused. Now, unless that is my lag, but I don't think so, because every other car looks fine on my screen. As the fastest lap has been set, well, not the fastest lap actually, but a very competitive lap has been set by the 73 Mantis Racing car. The actual fastest lap in the survey is a 1:05.8. Well, I think the race director needs to get involved here, because, well, this is just like, if you're behind him, what are you gonna do? He's lagging all over the place. He's braking to almost a dead stop before the chicane. The drivers are called mobile chicanes if they move too slowly. This is a literal mobile chicane on the road right now. And they've absolutely slammed the wall, and they've caused a lot of chaos. Now who's the green car that just got absolutely killed there? That is Samuel Bailman, and he's done a fantastic flick turn. What a turn by Samuel Bailman. But there was nothing he could have done to avoid Potato Racing's laggy and just slowing car. He's basically come to a standstill. Yeah, look, where is his car actually, first of all? This is absolutely bizarre. And Samuel Bailman has now, well, he's passed him this time, I think. As Potato Racing came to a standstill again, and now he's apparently driven outside the guardrails. And well, whoever that car was has absolutely blown the corner. That is the cup leader. Player there who had to take the long way round. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, he tried to go around the outside of the laggy car. Well, at least he knows where the escape road is. Taken the alternative layout. But their lead is now down to just 1 minute. Now, of course, the Samuel Bailman Cup car also got involved with the laggy car last lap, so they both lost some time. And finally, is he actually in the pits? No, I don't know where he's trying to go. He's found the pit lane. as Alex Perry has finally finished his stop goal 220 seconds. The Potato Racing car is driven out of the pits immediately. No, they've parked it there. I think that is where they should be doing, well, should be doing the long stops. And finally, he's left the server. So yeah, whoever was driving on the Potato Racing car, first of all, you need to fix your internet. Second of all, you need to fix your driving. Because if you are, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 seconds slower, that's all. That's even still fine. But he was 11 seconds slower, and that just becomes a mobile chicane, unfortunately. Now they've rejoined. I hope whoever that has rejoined is faster. But that car has the pace, apparently, according to the fastest lap. They have the pace to go with the top 2 in the class. So, as Alex Schoffen actually takes second position overall, because the Mantis Racing number 26 BMW is currently in the pits. And they're still in the pits as the leader now gets out of the final chicane. They are 4 laps ahead of Alex Schoffer. It's a huge lead for the 73 car. Surely they are the favorite to take the entire thing. Now it says Mantis Racing 26 has done 1 long pit stop, but that might be inaccurate as well because I've joined the server late. So actually, there's only 100 laps remaining. We're down 89 laps. We're on lap 100. We're on lap 90. On board with Samuel Bailman then, almost sliding the car through the second chicane, braking down to first gear through this very tight left-hander. Now full throttle then through the right-hander. He's braked too late. He's hit the barrier ever so slightly. So, unfortunately, clearly the heat has killed one of the Potato Racing's driver's computer. So that was not internet, that was pure computer. That is one of the largest lags I've ever seen from a computer issue. So that is really unfortunate. Now that makes sense also that he's basically driving like a turtle on the track instead of their normal pace, because if your computer is lagging, you literally don't know where the hell you are. So I guess that explains things. Bit kick of oversteer from Samuel Bailman, downshifting to first gear in that left-hander. Now there's a bump right before the corner entry, so it's really tricky to get the braking zone right there. There's 98 laps remaining, so the leaderboard is indeed broken. Now I don't know why the yellow flag. Now what is that? What? Hey? We decided to give Max Simons a bump draft, and that has gone very, very wrong. We have 98 laps remaining. I guess I need to add this as well. Ignore the incorrect lap count and delta. Only position is correct. There we go. Well, it's almost halfway to the race, because halfway will be, what, 95 laps, and the leader now has 97 laps remaining. But of course I don't know the strategy. So in terms of the actual gaps, I think Mantis Racing 73, there's a lot of contact on my screen that just popped up. Was there a huge contact somewhere? Yes, there was. So it was the Mantis 26 car, the BMW into the chicane, clips a second tyre barrier and flicks them onto the third tyre barrier. And yeah, that has not gone well. For the 26 Mantis car. Well, the problem is I don't know how I can... I guess I can try to do something weird. Hang on. Just give me a moment. I'll try to sort something out. Now. Well, that is the best I can do. So, if it doesn't work, well, there's nothing I can do. Oh, bit of a tap to the wall there from, I think, Darren McAllister, who's dropped all the way down to 5th in class. That is probably long stop related. It all depends on how many long stops they have done. So this is actually the battle for second on the road. According to the timing screen, they are 8 seconds apart. The 73 has now pitted, I think, because they are no longer in the server. So yeah, this is the fight for second on the road right now, but probably third overall, because the 73 car would be ahead of both of them. As now we have a change for position, that is the GT3 Mustang getting past the TCR for ace overall, as the 73 Mantis car is now back in the pits, parked at I believe where they should be making the long stop. Not sure. Have they parked too far behind? Why are they in the pit lane then? Shouldn't they be further ahead if they're making a long stop? Now has that? Oh, as who has that just spun? That is Craig Luckers in the Mustang, spinning out of the final chicane. Oh, and he's round again. So, unless I'm mistaken here, I think the 73 Mantis guys lost a lap, judging by where they parked. Now, I don't know if it resets to your pit box once a new driver joins. I guess it does. So they're fine. I mean, I don't know how this works. The pit lane is weird here, so. Anyway, this is the battle for third, or a 9-second gap between the 26 Mantis Racing car and the ISIL Downey's entry. And this is the closest battle we have right now. So Alex Schoffer is still 2 laps behind the 73 Mantis entry. Oh, they've done the final chicane wrong. They've climbed all over the barrier there. That's the 26 entry of Mantis Racing. And that is long stop complete for the 73 entry. So they're now back on the road and still in the lead. Now we don't know about the Delta. Oh, big block there from Benjamin Olding. Once again, it's Benjamin Olding, isn't it? The last time we saw him, he was also into that corner, unwilling to let GT3 through. Well, it cost himself time as well. Again, could have been more cooperative between different classes. That is Alex Schoffer about to put Mantis Racing 26 1 lap down. So the gap between this car and the 73 Mantis Racing entry is still a lap. Well, almost 2 laps, because the 73 entry is into the first chicane now. Well, we'll take a look at some of the lower class drivers. Alex Perry currently last place, 15th overall, 7th in TCR. As he gets through the first chicane, that is potato racing now, with no more lag. With well, with the driver that is not suffering from heat in the car. Finally, heat wave has absolutely destroyed everybody, and we are only June. So imagine July and August. As I keep seeing Sam and Harry racing, driven by Samuel Bellman, tapping the wall, and they've done it again. In the final chicane, it just looks like their car is set up too aggressively. The rear gets loose ever so slightly too often. They're actually chasing down the Player Zero entry. According to the timing page, both of them have done one long stop. So this is actually the closest battle on the road. A 6-second gap as there was contact between Schoffer and Alex Perry. Now let's have a look if that was anything serious. Oh, that was quite serious. Hang on. What's happened there? So Alex Perry into the corner. Oh, he's looped it. He's blocked the road. And there was nothing that they can do to avoid him. And Alex Perry has to reverse all the way down the ramp. He's not done a very good job reversing it. Well, the flick spin in the end was fine. A little bit of help from the barrier there to complete the flick spin. So that was a rather hearting the mouse moment for both of the podium contending GT3 crews. I believe that was Mantis 26, as well as Alex Schoffer, who got affected. There's now huge traffic in front of Samuel Bellman. Darren McAllister is the first to give way. Now if he does, now does Samuel Bellman send it to the inside? Now he's on the not preferred line, he's up to 6th gear, that is absolutely sending it. Oh my goodness, Darren McAllister has almost flown. Coming out of the second chicane. Saw that in the mirror. He's my god, he's made a mess of that one. Now let's have a look from his onboard then. No, that was last lap, I think. So yeah, this was this lap. He was braking behind Avidas. Avidas couldn't take the second chicane and Darren followed him in. And Avidas took the escape route very early on, but Darren was unsighted and just driven straight into the tyre barrier. But luckily they can still drive because damage is set quite low. Now it's saying Sam and Harry Racing is a lap down on Player Zero again. I don't like. Is the timing page even right? Oh, that's a very weird downshift. That just sounds very rough. And putting the power down is an issue for Samuel Bellman. Or maybe they're not on the same lap. Who knows? As the safety guys join the server.
Hello!
Oh.
Everybody! Hello, hello, hello.
That was a jump scare.
That's what they say.
Well, all the deltas are wrong, so...
Yeah, use the live timing.
The live timing has told me Sam and Harry Racing was 5 seconds behind Player Zero, and now it says it's 1 lap behind, so I don't know what to believe at all. Anyway, back on board with Mantis 26 entry. They are still chasing down the ISRL down East entry, but they've got a bit of traffic to deal with. The Cup car of Potato Racing gets out of the way at the hairpin. However, the 26 Mantis BMW has to take the hairpin in a very awkward fashion, and the Cup car has now dragged them coming out of the hairpin. Fantastic move from Potato Racing. But that's not going to be a very happy driver in the 26 Mantis BMW entry right now, as they have to get stuck behind the Potato Racing Cup car and has to jump through the second chicane. And they are losing precious time on their quest to try to chase the ISRL Downey's crew. Off. Jamal Quagmire and Dennis Odenrock. The 26 car is driven by Federico Lazzini and Matt Gringo. So they're trying to, oh, as the Cup car of Potato Racing behind them slams the wall coming out of the final chicane. So the gap now 7.5 seconds between third and fourth overall.
Yeah, the number 26 were concerned that there was a bug, because obviously when you do a driver swap, it messes it up in game, doesn't it? We're all good though. They are currently on the same lap as the ISRL guys.
Yeah, but they are.
They're in a net P3.
No, but they are 2 laps done on the leaders, no?
Yeah, they lost. They were with the leading car for a long time, so I'm not sure what happened. But anyway.
Yeah, so something must have happened.
The leader is on lap 103. But that's because he's crossed the line. These two are about to cross the line in a second.
And Samuel Billman slams the wall.
Alex Joffa hasn't done his second stop yet, so...
Okay.
Yeah, ISRL and Mantis are P2, P3.
Okay, well, big traffic here. Samuel Billman is faster than the Mustang entry of Craig Luckhurst, who's trying to make it past the TCR entry of Scapas. Samuel Billman has missed the corner completely, and he spun around in front of all of them, and they all have to take avoiding action. We have 5 cars in the hairpin at the same time. 6 makes that 7.
Dear me, it was going to happen. Thankfully, most of them seem to have come out alive.
A huge error from S19 Luckhurst, and Samuel Billman has missed the chicane again. He's missed both of the chicanes on this lap.
Point. Yeah, like I said, missed his braking point. Sam had to take evading action there.
And around the outside went Potato Racing. Now they're trying to, they got lapped by Player Zero, I think. And now Player Zero is on the back of Sam and Eric Racing, and they're about to put them 1 lap down.
Yeah, there's a huge amount of traffic here.
That is
the racing's pretty good though.
Scapas getting dealt with by Player Zero. Now this is a very awkward entry into the final chicane, and somehow Potato Racing squeezed through there in the mirror. How have they gone side by side through the chicane? That is absolutely mad. Oh, there's a contact, big crash for Luckhurst. And Player Zero has to cut the chicane again. Samuel Billman has done the long way around the hairpin, and they are crashing behind them. Craig Luckhurst is facing the wrong way. Still facing the wrong way. And now the track
wait
is
for a gap in the traffic.
Well, big braking on the side of the road from the Cupra. That is Traction RS getting lapped by Max Simons, and they have been lapped twice, so they are currently second in TCR, and Max Simons is the leader in TCR. And where has the Mustang gone? The Mustang has absolutely blown it, and now it's a traffic jam. The Audi has to slow down, and that's actually for position. So second of all in TCR, Tractors RS has passed Craig Luckhurst's Mustang into 8th overall.
They've still got 82 laps remaining. Goodness. Just over an hour to go in this race.
Oh, there's another car. Who spun there? Oh,
Tractors.
he's
Ooh.
and back in the eighth goes Craig Luckhurst.
I'm not sure if this is George Romington driving or his teammate.
I don't know what his teammate's name. It's definitely not John Discord. That can't be his actual name. But I do not have his actual name on the sheet. As,
The hairpin must be horrible in these TCRs.
let's have a look at the Tractor SARS Cooper TCR entry. They've gone too hard into the chicane, bounces on the inside curb on the final part on the left, and they've just bounced into the wall.
Well, according to the car, the name is John Shovel.
Okay. And now the leader has huge traffic to deal with. He's past Benjamin Olding in the Honda Civic, but there are further movements up ahead. That is Potato Racing. Oh, has to cut the corner, trying to avoid hitting the rear of Samuel Bailman, and he's hit the rear almost, having to come to standstill at the hairpin because they are both blocked by another car up ahead. Or has he just gone somewhere else? No, he's still there. Oh, hang on. No, there's 3 Cup cars at the same time. They're all on different laps. None of them are on the same lap.
Yeah, well, they're still going to race each other. Yep, and this racing makes it way past the barrier.
He's absolutely going way too hard and slammed the left front, and Potato Racing followed him in now side by side into the final chicane, and Alex Perry gets out of the way, thankfully for Samuel Bale.
Oh, it's number 73 at stadium, yeah.
It is. This is the leader.
It's the Giga Sons, I believe.
I think Piotr Strzokowski is now in the car after the most recent long stop.
Ah, okay. Yeah, he's enjoying this traffic, I think. Giga did a fantastic job in the first few stints when he was in the car. I mean, put them in the lead and drove off. Did make a small mistake early in the race, but then made his way back into the lead.
Well,
everyone is just missing the second chicane.
Yeah.
So easy to do.
Samuel Bailman has regrouped and now trying to unlap himself on the Player Zero Cup car, driven by...
It's a Hudson Sword.
Yes. No, he's a single driver entry. I don't know why, as a team, all
tractors are going very slowly. Oh yeah, well, he just wanted his teammate to be Player Zero. So.
Oh, big jump from Samuel Bailman in the final chicane. The Mantis Racing 73 crew of Piotr Strzokowski now will be wanting to get past both of these Cup cars. The lap times are not that much different.
They're not. I mean, they're not listening to blue flags, are they? They should be.
Oh, we've seen TCRs not making waves for GT3s. You can see Strzokowski shaking the wheel in frustration, but he does have a huge lead, so he can afford to be patient.
Yeah, he can just chill, to be honest. Let these two crash and then go. It's all about traffic management here. You can overtake in a few places, actually. It's just there's so much traffic and the corners are tight that a little bit of chaos. Yeah, as we reach lap 110, most teams have done both their long stops by now. I suspect some of the teams have gone too early, though, with their long stop. Let's see.
Quick peek down the order. Actually, 10th. Well, 10th is a Cup car, but 11th, 12th, and 13th on the same lap. As finally, Strzokowski gets past Samuel Bailman.
Oh, he got very deep into the chicane. That's very deep, though. Oh, the only issue is the Porsche is so quick out of this corner, you can't really do anything. You know what I should have done is tell everyone to do a Joker lap to the petrol station.
And now, I mean, that's not the preferred line. He's gonna.
He's just.
I mean, he's clearly.
Fair enough.
He's clearly unhappy about Subaru. He's been flashing his lights. He's been shaking his wheels. And finally, the Cup slows down. But now, can Samuel Bellman get the run and maybe get back on the lead lap in terms of the Cup class? We'll keep an eye on this Olding, McAllister and Kvyat Vicious battle. Currently, they're all on the same lap.
Ooh, huge jump.
He's done that about 10 times. No, he's not.
So Sam's doing the whole thing. Good
yes.
Lord. It's 40 degrees in Germany.
I'm not sure how many long stops that well, some of these drivers have done.
Okay, I can tell you. So Mantis Racing's done 2, 73. I'll just tell you who's not done 2. So Alex Soffer's only done 1.
Okay.
Player Zero's only done 1. Sam and Eric's done 1. Max has done 1. Lucas has done 4. Tractors has done 1. Ben Odin has done 1. And the rest have all done more than that. So you would assume that they've done all of their long stops by now.
So if Avidas can catch Darren, that'll be a legitimate position for third overall or for third in TCR.
Just in the wall. Every time they go through the hairpin, my app flashes red because they're just going so slowly through the hairpin. Oh, someone has crashed at the hairpin.
That is Downies with Luckhurst. Now, what's happened there? I believe that's Luckhurst again. So he's trying to pass Max Simons before the first chicane.
Oh, someone Eric Racing has crashed. He bumped too hard out of the final corner.
Luckhurst has gone deep into the hairpin. He's looped it around. He's facing the wrong way, tries to rejoin and block the road. Well, back into the replays.
Sam Eric Racing.
Because apparently, Sam Eric Racing has crashed somewhere. Oh, it's the final chicane. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone's starting to get a little bit tired now. Avidas says, where on earth is he?
He's dead.
He's he's there. Okay, he's on the wrong side.
Yeah. So Darren is now secure for third in class for now. For quite a long time at least.
We still have 76 laps remaining, so it's not secured at all.
So let's have a replay of Avidas' crash. So this was going into the second chicane. There's nobody around him, so assuming that is a single car incident. He's not braked too late, he just carried too much speed on accident, driven onto the grass and spun around. So put his left-sided tires on the grass, and around she went. As the Cupra, the green Cupra of Tractors gets out of the way for the overall race leader. They still lead by over a lap. Now, the timing screen says Sam and Eric Racing and Player Zero are on the same lap again. No, they're not on the same lap. Why does the delta say 10 seconds then? It's so confusing. They're clearly a lap behind Player Zero now. It's not cooperating very well, the whole timing page.
Where are they? Hang on. Player Zero is just crossed the line, lap 110. 7 Racing are on 109, yeah.
As Samuel Bellman once again decides to jump the curb, and he's done a 720-degree spin. Ooh, as the Audi drifts out of the final corner, that is Avidas coming on a vicious speedway style coming out of the final chicane. Another one into the wall in the final chicane. That is Alex Perry in his Alfa Romeo.
Yep, final chicane is absolutely deadly.
As Avidas completely cuts the first chicane, Alex Perry though doesn't.
Oh, Alex Schuffler makes a nice move on Ben Odin this chicane. Now, why are only a few cars showing on my tower? That's quite sad. Very annoying.
Big traffic for player 0. Tractors as us have decided to go to the inside to show that you're not passing into the chicane. They're going to let go, coming out of the chicane for the Cup car, but the Cup car has another TCR to deal with. That is Darren McAllister. Can they clear them before the first chicane? Just about. Have they all made the corner? Yes, they have. No, they haven't. Darren McAllister into the wall. And through goes Tractors as they can understeer. They can't turn it off because they want the inside into the happy. And Potato Racing gets involved as well. And that is a change for overall P9, or is it? No, because they're not on the same lap.
Nope. There's a lot of barging, isn't there? Well, it's sort of to be expected on this track, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, here comes a lapped GT3. Alex Schoffer now about to put Craig Luckhurst another lap down. As the Mustang gets out of the way cleanly. So,
where is ISRL? They are...
They've extended the lead. When you joined, they were 10 seconds in front of the 26 Mantis Racing BMW. They're now 18 seconds ahead of P4 currently overall on the leaderboard. Traffic for Alex Schoffer. He's now behind the TCR leader Max Simons.
Yeah, I don't think Max has really been involved in any instance, has he? He's just sort of driven around it. Just chilling out in front.
Now,
yeah, of course, Max Simons was driving a GT3 and he switched to his beloved TCR.
But did you say that Darren McAllister has done both of his long pit stops?
Well, okay, let me just clarify. So the server obviously says how many pit stops people have done. I would just like to say that early in the race, when you weren't here, Alex Perry basically went full speed into the back of McAllister and flipped him over the barrier. Which reset him to the pits. It was so funny.
So yes, because when I joined, Darren was 2 laps ahead of every other TCR car. So had he done
there's been a crash. Who's that?
Alex Perry.
That is Alex Perry in the wall.
So had McAllister actually done both of his long stops, he is the de facto race leader. But like you said, if he had been flipped, he's only done 1 long pit stop, so he's actually quite far behind the rest of them. Yep. Going into the replays then, Alex Perry into the second chicane. There's nobody around him. This looks like another single car incident. Let's see if it's similar to Avidas' crash.
Yeah, the single car incidents here are deadly because if you crash in the wrong place, you block most of the road, of course.
So yeah, it was different. So Avidas didn't hit the tyre barrier. He tried to avoid the tyre barrier and went on the grass on the left. Alex Perry, however, didn't avoid the third and the final tyre barrier in the second chicane. So he's clobbered the tyre barrier and, well, he's spun around at the back.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of people are missing the chicanes here and there. It's fine. They actually get a night and cuts before getting a penalty. So.
Okay.
And obviously they can't intentionally overtake someone by cutting, because that's just bad manners.
Well, Samuel Bellman seems to be really loving kissing.
So close. Sorry, it's just he very nearly hit that right-hand barrier. Second chicane.
Oh, and there's trouble further ahead. That is Benjamin Olding with Tractors us. So they were side by side into the hairpin, and now how is this going to work then? The Tractors are defending inside line once again, showing Samuel that I'm not letting you through there. Please wait. As Benjamin Olding gets wide, but there's no gap. It's a single line corner. Samuel Bailman sends it. Samuel Bailman is going to brake too late, and so does Benjamin Olding. Benjamin goes straight on into the escape road.
Yeah, the old track layout actually. Oh, he's fine.
Well, they're still third overall. So has Avidas and Christopher's done long stops? Then I guess it's a question, because if both of them have done two long pit stops, oh my goodness, traffic jam at the final chicane. That is 3 TCR cars absolutely crashing into each other. Tractors, Darren McAllister and Benjamin Olding all involved in an incident in the final chicane. Replay time.
Indeed. Might take a break in a minute.
Oh my.
I mean, there's still an hour to go.
How? The tractor's car goes deep into the long right-hander, into the final chicane. The tractor's car cuts the right part too much, bounces into Darren McAllister. So yeah, the tractor's car, who's actually the leader of these 3 TCR cars, have done the final chicane completely wrong. They've taken out 2 other TCR cars with them.
Dear me, they just all need to calm down a little bit, don't they?
Judging by the, I think by the end of the race, the result sheet is going to be lagging about, I don't know, a minute, because there will be about 3,000 contacts on the result page.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just filled with collisions. Anyone want to do the contact sheet reports for this race?
Imagine if that's.
I mean, they crashed on the formation lap earlier because Maxim
well
just his force feedback wasn't working. Or something. They all survived lap 1 though, which is interesting. They're all fine. I think they've, as I said, the heat is getting to them now. 60 odd laps to go.
68.
Yeah, 68. We're about 2/3 of the way through the race. So, Webber, why did you not participate in this race?
Walk, innit?
Okay. Seems like your kind of track. You said this was the best track you've driven.
No, see, oh my god, the car's flipped! The car's almost flipped, the tractor's Cupra. Coming out of the second chicane was doing some very bouncy moves, and they have caused another traffic jam, 2 laps in a row. That's Luckhurst, Simons, and Avidas, I think, in the Audi. And getting out of the way is Avidas. We've got a lot of Cup cars coming as Craig Luckhurst dives to the inside of the tractor's Cupra. Potato Racing are recovered to 10th overall, and he's also behind all of this melee, and so is the Cup leader, Player Zero now, looking to find a way through the TCR traffic. But yes, had I driven this track, or actually race tonight, the contact sheet would be 6,000 instead of 3,000.
Would have been fun. Yeah, Max Simons is still very much in the lead of TCRs, isn't he? Not made a put a foot wrong, really. Just chilling.
Well, it depends
Sorry,
on
I'm just mentioning because I'm
I mean, long stops.
Do you want me to go and ask him? Let me go and ask him. Hang on, you wait here. Hang on. Right.
I believe that is a change for overall P9. Potato Racing, the Cup car, has passed the tractor's Cupra. So after their computer lagging issue due to the heat wave, the German crew, judging by the in-game flag, Potato Racing has now moved up into 9th. Overall, still 3rd in the Cup class, and some 8 laps behind the class leader. So all Potato Racing can hope for now is to finish the race.
Hello, I come bearing news.
Yes.
No one in the AC Racing voice chat has done 2 stops, or 2 long stops.
Ah, so okay. So this is the de facto order then, because Avidas, although it shows he has done 2 stops, only one of them is long.
I imagine Avidas slept, or just died at some point. I mean, the one thing is, like, if you do crash it and you reset, it's not like you lose that much. because obviously it's such a short lap.
True.
But, yeah.
There's a lot of
I mean,
traffic into the left-hander again.
Yeah. You have to do 152 laps to be classified here, which is
But are the TCRs even going to do 152 laps?
well, no, it's per leader, isn't it? It's for each class leader. Well, I mean, it's for the GT3s.
Fair. Well, I think all the... Actually, how many laps is Craig Lucas down? He's down by 12, he's fine. He still have 20 laps to play with. Of buffer, basically.
Yeah.
As he's been lapped by the cup leader.
Yeah. He's decently faster. I think he just needs to be a bit more consistent. I mean, his track isn't easy. There's not really many braking point or markers. Why is the Strakowski GT3 going so slowly?
Let's have a look at the replays.
Is he lagging or something? That is not a great sign.
He has just very randomly slammed the brakes.
Could be a real penalty car.
Aha, now that makes a lot of sense. He was in third gear, he slowed down fully on the brakes, went to 40 kph, so he didn't misclick the pit limiter like one of the Filipino drivers did in MX5 last season. So it looks like a deliberate brake. There for...
God, the MX5 commentators were so handsome.
No, I'm not going to say that on stream. I was about to say one of them looked like a famous YouTuber, but we'll leave that.
Oh, not again! Right, time I need to go for a bit. See you in a bit, guys.
If you know, you know. Anyway, the gap from third to fourth overall has come down ever so slightly. It's down to 11 seconds once again between the 26 Mantis Racing BMW entry and the ISIL Danny's Audi entry. So potentially a bit of better traffic management for the BMW we're on board with. You can just see on the minimap on the top right that number 3 dot is just exiting the hairpin. So they are really close now. The gap back down to 10 seconds actually between the BMW and the Audi, and this is according to the information we have, the actual bet of a second, because Alex Schoffer, who's currently second, hasn't down his second long stop just yet. There's Craig Lucas now into the pits for probably his second to last pit stop, you would imagine. Here is the ISIL Downey's entry, who's just lapped the Samuel Bailman Cup car, getting squarely coming out of the final chicane, and now that is the Tractors Cupra getting out of the way for the Audi. Going into the chicane. Calm, cool, collected. Not calm, cool, collected. It's Samuel Bailman. Now here is the incident. He saw the Cupra getting out of the way. That's fine. Down to second gear. Oh, he's hit the tire wall again. He's he braked at the right time. He's just not made the corner. He simply not made the corner. Now Mantis 26 will want to lap Samuel Bailman relatively fast, because Samuel Bailman is clearly suffering from heat after being forced to do the entire race by himself with the absence of Eric Ornomby. And that fatigue is showing, as he has now driven 121 laps on his own, with probably 55 more to do, and the TCR has, the Mantis Racing 26 has been absolutely distracted. He tried to avoid the TCR that crashed in the final corner, and in avoidance he turned in too early and turned himself into the wall. And he's lost 5 seconds because of that, as Samuel Bailman nails the first chicane's tire wall once again. What is going on? Man is there now. First up, let's look at the replay of the tractor's TCR in the final chicane. They've had incidents here already. Parked on the apex basically once. This time they've hit the inside barrier again. He's trying to get back moving, but he distracted the BMW. And let's go back on board with Samuel Bellman. He's crashed at the first chicane, 2 laps in a row. Oh, this time he's just, well, he's turned in from the grass. He's simply turned in from the grass. And that is what you call suboptimal, as Craig Luckers has only done his first of the 2 long stops, so he still has a long way to go in terms of, his long stops. So according to the information I have been getting, the potato racing car that we should go, well, we should change camera to, is currently driven by Vincent Meyer. So clearly the lagging car was his teammate Ali Neandro Mahachi. Well, I hope his computer. I hope he first of all is fine physically, and also his PC can survive the heat, because that was some of the worst lags I've seen in a long, long time. As the Mantis 73 now into the pits, as well as Alex Schoffer. So both of the race leaders into the pits. We'll see whether they do a long stop or whether they still have to do a long stop at all. Alex Schoffer definitely has to do one. And apparently so does the Mantis 73 entry. So back into the lead might go the ISIL Downey's car. Now, I don't know how many long stops they've done. They've done 2 pit stops. But how many of them are long is the major question. And nobody has an answer to that. They've just kissed the wall on the exit there. So Alex Schoffer still in the pits. I assume that means they are doing a long pit stop, because the pit stop has been going for over a minute. So into overall lead goes the Audi of ISIL Downies. Now where has the 73 Mantis gone? As that is a very dangerous place to go side by side with. Darren McAllister just hesitating to turn in. Now can the Audi make the corner? Well, he has actually. Well done to whoever is driving the gold and black Audi, whether it was or it is Dennis Odnerock or Jamal Quagmire. They've done a very good job to be able to turn the car from the inside, because we've seen people going to the inside of the hairpin and just not make the corner and make it very awkward for both parties going into the final, or going into the hairpin, I should say. As it is Potato Racing now chasing down the player 0 Cup car. So they are currently 8 laps behind. So up at the front then, as IL Downies are in the lead, and Mantis 73 has taken 2nd position overall. The gap has increased back to 18 seconds between the pair of them, but now both 73 Mantis and Alex Schoffer are in the pits doing their long pit stops. And as they are doing that, I will take a short break, as ISIL Downies have cut the 2nd chicane. I had to slow down to avoid getting a cut. So before we go into the break, this is a replay of ISIL Downies in the 2nd chicane, just hitting the first tire barrier out of the 3 in their chicane. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. as I took the headset off, the Downey's car trying to go into the pit lane crashed at the pit entry. Okay, so they are also doing a long pit stop. Okay then, so that means the 73 Mantis car should recycle back into a net leading position. They have done both the long pit stops as shown on screen, and now surely so has Alex Schoffer. Or has he? He has, okay. So for sure, the 73 Mantis and Alex Schoffer have both done their 2 long stops. I'm not sure about the 26 Mantis racing entry of Federico Latini and Matt Gringo in terms of how many long stops they have done. Max Simons, meanwhile, for the TCR leaders, are now in the pits for their second and final long stop, you would imagine. So the Darley's car is now back in the pits, and they will be waiting for 3 more minutes before they are released from the long stop. We'll leave you with the onboard of Player Zero, currently Cup leaders, as Benjamin Olding also completes his second and final long stops. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Is that the teammates? No, wait, what? That was the teammates. The 73 Mantis crashed, and he has to teleport to the pits. The overall race leader has lost the lead. Wow. They have thrown it away. Once again, they've knocked down the second chicane. Another replay of what happened to the 73 Mantis as ISIL Downies completes their final long pit stop. So into the right-hander. It's very long right-hander. They just went on the grass and spun. And they are just wedged. And after that contact, they return to the pits. They reset to the pits. They've lost a lap because of it. So the actual race leader might be Alex Schoffer. If, as Samuel Billman slams the wall again, if the 26 Mantis entry has done both long pit stops, they will be the lead as Samuel Billman sends it down the inside of Schoffer, not letting go for the Audi. He's not going to be happy about that. Oh! Big closing speed, big corner cut for Samuel Bell, almost rounding the lack of the Honda driver of Benjamin Odin. And once again, Samuel Billman slams the door shut. In the face of Alex Schoffer, now Schoffer has just made a long pit stop, so his car is much heavier. Samuel Billman is probably close to his final long pit stop, so his car will be significantly lighter, which is why the GT3 is now just struggling to actually pass the curb. Now Mantis rating 26 is ready to do a long stop, I think. So if that's the case, Alex Schoffer is now into the race lead. As Samuel Billman slams the wall again, going into left-hander. Now Schoffer just needs to get past him. As Player Zero completes their second and final long pit stop. So they're still the cup leaders, as Samuel Billman now finally bails into the pits to do his final long pit stop with 54 laps remaining for the race leaders. So Player Zero will still be the cup leader and potentially the cup winner. They were a lap and 10 seconds ahead of Samuel Billman when they made it into the pits. And now a quick look at Kristopas Skapas as the Toyota driver is hunting down. That is Alex Perry, who's I think a lap behind him. Interesting that his wiper is constantly moving on my screen. That is very interesting indeed. As Perry cuts the curb, Skapas chooses to avoid the inside curb of the final chicane. Different choices for the two TCR drivers. The Tractors Us have completed their long stop. And Mantis Racing 26 are also doing their long stop. And away they go. 4 minutes have passed and they've completed their final long stop. So they are a lap behind Alex Schoffer. And they're actually ahead of their sister car. According to the timing page, their sister car has just crossed the line to start this lap, which is 136. So the Tractors TCR have completed their final long stop. They've come out third in class. Oh, a big crash, a big jump of second in class. Darren McCallum has crashed in the second chicane. Into the replays we go, then let's go on board with the British driver. Now they've got the 26 Mantis Racing BMW just behind them, trying to lap him. And did they make contact into the second chicane then? No, I think the BMW will be able to clear Darren before the second chicane. Braked at the 50 mark, carried too much speeding, slammed the final barrier, and almost flipped on his head, apparently for the second time this race, because Alex Perry flipped Darren McAllister, according to Sandy Burge, the race director, early on in the race already. So second long stop now, completed also for Evitas Vicious, as he slams the wall. Coming out of the hairpin, of course, this is his home race, Lithuanian, on this Lithuania Palanga track. And he might be able to jump a few positions further up, because, yeah, Skapa still has to make his final on pit stop, I think. Oh, almost into the wall goes the 26 Mantis BMW. And from an apparent 1-2, potentially early on in the race, neither of them are currently in the top two. As Samuel Bailman completes his final long pit stop and drives ahead, or comes out ahead of the 26 Mantis car. Now he's not going to be happy about it. Making the dive, this has to use a shortcut. So, status quo then. Alex Schoffer leads by a lap over everybody else. But second, third and fourth overall, aka the GT3 class, are all on the same lap. So if you look at the map on the top right, second place driver, that is ISIL Downies, driven by Quagmire and Oddenrock, is about to cross the line. They're going into the final chicane. We're on board with the third place car, the Mantis 26, into this long right-hander. And the fourth place car, who was the race leader before they crashed out in this long right-hander, they are going into the long right-hander as well. As the Mantis BMW has a look to the inside of the Samuel Bailman Cup car. As Bailman now jumps the chicane, jumps the curb. They are squeezing into each other, not playing very nice here between the GT3 and the Cup. As Samuel Bailman slams the barrier long before the corner. But they made it through. No, they've not made it through. Bailman has almost tapped the Mantis BMW round. That was almost disastrous. Oh, that is disastrous. They've hit the tire wall for the Mantis BMW, and now Samuel Bailman tries to repass the BMW. The BMW is standing too deep and straight into the barrier. And they are losing a lot of time as Samuel Bailman. Now where on earth did he go? Now he's actually spotted his braking point for once in this corner. He's just lost it in first gear. It almost went, well, off the highway. Had that not been gated off. Oh, and round goes the BMW. That is the change for third. Mantis 73 back up to third. Mantis 26 has dropped down to fourth. Oh, I'm losing my voice. What has happened to the car driven by Federico Latini and Matt Gringo? Let's have a look at the replay. Into the final corner. There's nobody around them. They've lost it on their own. It must be. Braking at the 50 mark, turning too early into the red tyre barrier. And they are stranded. They can't go anywhere. They've tried to make it through, and they've looped it because Craig Luckhurst might have given them a bump. Now did he? Let's go on board with the Mustang driver. You can see the Mantis BMW joining. No, they've looped it on their own. The 26 Mantis BMW looped it on their own. The tab between Lucas and the BMW was after the BMW was already half spinning. There's nothing Lucas can do there to avoid him. And it's gone from bad to worse for Mantis Racing. Well, they can still probably try to chase them down. As I probably need to do this on the leaderboard. No, is that bigger? No, the lap counts are not invisible apparently. Hang on. That's fine. I'll keep it as it is. It's gone very small on my screen, though I can barely see the numbers. Maybe it's not the best idea. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so sit-wrap with less than 50 laps remaining there. Alex Schoffer is your race leader. He's done both of his long pit stops. He leads by over a lap. It's about... Oh, and around goes the Mantis 26 BMW again. I'm trying to do a roundup. Oh, they've hit the barrier, hit Max Simons. Has Max Simons survived? Barely, yes he has. Well, another replay time. Onboard with Mantis 26. So whoever is driving between Federico Latini and Matt Gringo, they've done a terrible job in the final stint. Just braking way too late into the corner, never making that. And once your left-sided tires gets hooked on the grass, you are spinning the GT3 car. You are never getting out of there. So continue our roundup then. This is the ISI of Downey's car, currently a lap down from the leader. The Audi, driven by Altnerog and Quagmire, into the second chicane. This is the car on the same lap, trying to chase them down, but they were 1 second slower than the Audi last lap, as the 73 BMW almost understeered into the wall there at the hairpin. So the gap between second and third is 27 seconds. They are on the same lap. Now, the 26 Mantis BMW was also on the same lap, but yes, you can see they're almost going to be lapped by the Audi of ISI or Downies. Now, there can be some team play if they want to try to help the sister car. Because if the 26 hold up the Audi, then the 73 can reduce the gap between them and the Audi. Meanwhile, the Audi has made a mistake on their own, cutting through the first chicane. Well, we will quickly get rid of that to show this leaderboard. So the gap, the intervals are wrong, but the standings is correct. So player 0 now leads by a lap over Samuel Bailman in the Falcon Livery Cup. And Potato Racing, unfortunately, is 5 laps behind player 0 in third in class. In terms of TCR class, it is Max Simons in the lead. He has done both of his long pit stops, and his lead is a whopping 6 laps instead of 3 currently shown on screen over Benjamin Olden. Darren McAllister is 1 lap behind Olding, but because he hasn't finished his lap, so he's actually on the same lap as Olding once he crossed the line in about 5 seconds time, I think. So yes, the gap between McAllister and Olding is 41 seconds, and this could be a battle all the way to the end for the TCR podium. Now we've lost We've lost the tractor's car. They've crashed multiple times. They've now retired from the session. They were second, in class. They had a few crashes. They're still going to be second in class. But George Remington and John has retired, unfortunately, from the event. So currently, 4th place in the TCR class then is Avidas Vicious. Now they are they a lap behind? No. So they've been lapped by Olding, but they are still on the same lap depending on how you define that compared to Darren McAllister. And Scupas is on the same lap as Vicious. So this is a legitimate battle for 4th place in the TCR class. As the Toyota chases down the Audi, Alex Perry is a further 2 laps behind. So that is your rundown of the standings as we pull the timing page back up of the current status quo. So we've got a battle for second or, and that is another jump scare from my co-commentator. And we have got a 4th place battle for TCI. Scupas now is actually just 2.5 seconds behind Avidas Vicious.
Oh yeah. Oh, Sam and Eric Racing are in the barrier. Hang on, how was Sam just typing in Discord? Well, I assumed he must have done a pit stop and he was typing. Anyway, give me the rundown on what's going on.
Well, there was another big crash, so let's have a look at that. It was between... it's the Audi. The Audi has hit Max Simons. The Audi that's currently in 2nd place, ISI Downies, went into the left-hander way too fast, slammed into the wall, comes back across the barrier and slammed into the TCR leader. But they both survived that. But now the Audi will be under more pressure from the 73 Mantis Racing entry, because they are now 18 seconds behind the Audi. So if Matt Gringo is not in the car, that means Federico Latini... Hang on, no, wait. Yeah, Federico Latini is in the 26th car. And he's not been doing very good in the last 10 minutes. He's had about 5 crashes.
Is Eric in the car?
I don't
think he is.
I don't think so. Is he actually driving? They are going 3 wide into the long right-hander as Avidas gets out of the way. Oh, he's crashed into Max Simons. And now this could be the chance for Scupas.
They're going too wide.
This could be the chance for Scupas to take 4th place in the class. It's right there. The gap is now minimal. Avidas goes in too deep. Scupas gets a fantastic run coming out of the chicane and pulls to the left. Side by side for 4th in TCR. After 148 laps of racing, we are going side by side into the first chicane.
He's brake too late. He's brake too late.
Oh, he's... Oh, well, he's still got 40 laps to go for the move.
He's only on the other side of the road.
Scupas went for it, and that did not work very well. And Samuel Bellman is indeed typing and racing because, well, he is a lap behind the class leader and 3 laps ahead of the next car in the class, so there's absolutely nothing to fight for Samuel Bellman in the Sam and Eric Racing Cup car.
Apologies, I'm not on NV. He's unwell.
Well, back on board with the 73 Mantis Racing entry then. They are a mad dash to try to retake 2nd after a crash in the long right-hander and teleporting to the pits and losing a lap. They've relinquished the overall lead. They were down to 4th, but thanks to a Federico Latini crash, they were back up to 3rd overall. And they still have the chance to take 2nd overall.
Second and third then?
They are 3rd and 4th.
What, after the 2 long stops?
Yes, every GT3 cars have done 2 long stops.
Oh, that's catastrophic.
The 73 Mantis Racing car had a spin and a crash in that very long right-hander. They were stuck in the middle. They crashed into their sister car and they decided to teleport instead of reverse down the ramp. So they've lost a lap because of that. Otherwise, they could be very close to Alex Schoffer.
This would be fascinating because I think what are the lap times I'm talking about? 616. They're all sort of ideals in the 106. When Giga was in the car, Mantis do 105.
There's huge crash according to the timing page between Benjamin Olding and Potato Racing. So into the replays we go then. It's into this long right-hander again. Did one of them put a wheel on the grass? No, it's fine with that long right-hander. Then it must be into the final chicane.
Oh, there's just so much action on track because they're all. I mean, it's what, 15 cars?
Well, apologies.
14 cars.
My timing page has just completely crashed because I ran out of memory.
Not very good.
So everybody got to had a sneak peek of the Twitch dashboard.
Yeah, 14 cars over a 1 minute lap. Just about 1 car every 5 or 6 seconds or so.
That is very
4
true.
seconds.
And the lap differences are what, 7 seconds as well. So you between the
Racing on
TCR.
the downhill right-hander, going very slowly. He's crashed again. Ooh. Yeah, there's a kerfuffle at the final corner. Player 0's gone wide. Player 0's gone wide.
That
Is
is
there a reverse?
not the final corner.
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness me, it's a traffic jam in the long right-hander before the final chicane. They've taken each other out. They've crashed. Potato Race has crashed into Alex Perry. And Stark going off. It's the leader. The class leader has gone straight on in the final chicane. That's sad, and Suwa would have to reverse out of the chicane. But luckily the gap to Samuel Billman is still very large. That could have been catastrophic as Craig Luckers has hit the Mantis 73 car as they go into the final chicane. Now that is about 10 replays I need to check in the next minute.
Good luck with that.
And Luckers gets out of the way. They've crashed into each other again. Can the 73 Mantis make the corner? Barely. My goodness me. They are on the mission trying to chase down ISL Downey's Audi, the gap down to 9 seconds. Okay, into the replays then. Am I in the replays? No, I'm not in the replays. So, that is Sam and Eric racing actually. First of all, Samuel Bailman crashed in the final chicane. So he's done a 540 this time. And everybody has to avoid him and almost cause chaos. So as this chaos was happening, now there's another crash. There's a big crash. What on earth is going on? Benjamin Olding has crashed with Darren McGowan. It's a spin for player 0 in the hairpin and it's blocked the road. And that has halted the progress of the Mantis 73 BMW as their gap to ISIL Downey's are now back up to 11 seconds. And they both cut the chicane. Where are they going? Are you still there? My leaderboard has completely broken. My CMRT broadcaster decided to just tell me that there are only 5 cars in the server. Has the server crashed?
No. They're all still.
Okay.
Ooh, why are they all disconnecting?
I think the server has crashed.
Oh dear.
After about 25 incidents at the same time, I think the race is probably have to be red flagged.
I have a feeling.
Oh, and Crash, Mantis Racing 73 has driven into the rear of Benjamin Olding. And we have a forced traffic jam in about 2 minutes time. I think those traffic jams have crashed the server because there were about 30 different contact messages popping up on the timing page. The problem is, if they rejoin, they will all get stop-go penalties.
They've done their long bits, I think.
Yeah, well, but they still have to serve the the drive-through unless you clear them one by one. Because as you can see, Avidas has been given a stop-go 230-second penalty.
Everyone's getting the stop and go. Oh dear. Oh please, Claire.
Strangely, all of the GT3s crashed, I think, apart from one. And people are apparently getting different errors trying to rejoin.
Why is it kicking people? That is so weird.
I believe a red flag has been issued.
That is a red flag.
A red flag has been issued. So that will be, if my memory serves correctly, a race victory for Alex Schoffer,
Indeed.
as well as a class victory in the Cup car for Player Zero of Sahatanai Suwood, a TCR class victory for the American driver Max Simons. As Sword parks it alongside the petrol station, of course. Yes.
We have 2 people to interview after the abrupt ending. Let's just say there were barrier repairs that couldn't be done in time.
Yeah, we will also say that I caused it because I hit the barrier quite heavily.
Was it when I sent the message?
No, it was earlier on.
Also, just want to point something out. So, Sam and Eric Racing had 252 collisions that race.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right, mate. I'm overheating, so I couldn't keep it on track at some point.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think everyone was sort of...
It's 34 degrees in my room. I'm dying.
I
This is
just
gonna be horrible to try and sort out.
simply had.
I wish you luck with that project.
Yeah, hey,
Crap,
so
I'm
you
gonna-
do the interviews. Thank you everyone for joining, and I hope you had fun watching.
Yeah.
Shame how it ended, but yeah, I've got to go and fix this now. So bye.
Wait! Before you go,
He's gone.
He's already gone.
I still can't. I just want to say we should do a full length one. I'll tell him some other time.
Alright, interviews then. Max Simons, you dominated the TCR class. Before the server crash, you were 6 laps ahead of second place, aka Benjamin Olding. Of course, you were less than that ahead of the Tractors Cupra before they disconnected because of issues. How was this race for you, Max?
Honestly, a lot better than I expected. So basically, what happened was I was supposed to do the race in the Toyota GT3, but my friend couldn't make it, and it's like, well, if I'm gonna do this thing solo, might as well get my trusty TCR because I quite enjoy TCR, but he doesn't like them. So yeah, I got my TCR's worth. I got my events worth because this was my idea, and from what I was hearing, people are enjoying it. So I'm glad my idea didn't go down the toilet. And yeah, pace was just a lot better than I expected. Someone asked me how I got my qualifying time, and my simple answer is I have no idea. So yeah, I just drove. I had fun. I hit the world's most solid tires. I got rear-ended by an Audi, and I saw a Mustang flipping many times, and I had many laughs.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough, Max. Yeah. Well, there's no more TCR next season, so are you gonna miss the Hyundai TCR in the foreseeable future?
Yes, absolutely. I love this car. Like the difficult thing is, it's like a lot of people don't like front-wheel drive cars, so it's kind of hard to get people to do an endurance race with it. So yeah, until TCR comes back around, I don't think I'm gonna be driving the Hyundai anytime soon.
Hmm. And yeah, I believe you were battling some GT3 and Cup cars for all positions during some part of the race. How big of a gap, like in terms of lap times, were the TCR compared to them, and was traffic management rather difficult to do?
Traffic management absolutely annoying because some they were some of the GT3s were doing completely unnecessary overtakes, and it's like, why are you overtaking me there? There is no reason to do that. And like, I actually hopped on the server yesterday to do some practice, so like I know what it's like to be a GT3 overtaking TCRs, and they were just stupid. I would not have done a lot of those moves, especially into the final chicane. Like, why there? Why not just wait until the next straight? And one person actually hit the barrier, and it's like, you know what? That was actually deserved. Like, it was doing my head in. Like towards the end, there was the Audi that was in like P3 or something like that. I was like, man, he was too far back, and like I just had to basically stop in the last chicane to let him go through. And it's like, you know what? I'm done working with him, and I honestly probably just should have turned in anyway. That probably wasn't the right thing to do, but that's what I was thinking at the time. So maybe it was a good thing from my side that it ended early, because I was gonna start just turning in at that point on that particular Audi. My goodness, why? Anyway.
Well, we've got, I believe that is Webster1324 saying in the Twitch chat that hopefully he made Max's traffic a little bit more fun. I don't know what that Twitch name refers to, which car, but
If it was Craig, yes, he did make my traffic a lot more fun.
fair enough.
He was giving me all sorts of laughs. Craig is awesome.
So that is Craig Luckhurst in the Mazda GT3. But yeah, let's move on to Samuel. You finished second, I think, in the Cup class. You were a lap and a
it
bit more
was
behind Saturday Sherwood in the Player Zero car. I saw you climb all over the barrier about 100 times, boasting that first gear left-hander after the second chicane, as well as coming out of the final chicane. Now, was it a setup issue? Was it just you don't care, or was
I,
it
I
just
I didn't have time to practice at all because I was it was like above 30 all the week.
Mm.
So I just didn't really have the time to practice because I just I had exams on Monday, and then afterwards I couldn't practice because of the heat. So I just was threw a random setup together, which was basically the base setup with less ride height and slightly less wing. And I just threw that together. I think if I didn't do that many mistakes, I could have gotten a better position. But if I would have done more practice, I would have had a better position.
Yeah, fair. We've got Avida saying in the chat that he loved crashing every couple of minutes. Well, I think judging by the contact sheet, which if the server still works, and now the race ended up being 140 laps, I think.
Something around that.
I think the server has been turned off by the admin, so I cannot check the contact sheet. But yes, when I was watching the timing page, it was popping up about I don't know, about once every 3 seconds. There was a crash either with the environment or
Yeah,
with
well,
another car. So
it's a very tight track, to be honest. Like a lot of the touches you have, you sometimes don't even get damage. So
fair. So as a cup driver, of course, the car is slower than the GT3, but faster than the TCR. So being that car in the middle, kind of, you have to overtake traffic while getting out of the way for the GT3 cars. How difficult was it to manage traffic?
I mean, it was difficult, but I felt like the TCRs were a lot easier to work with because they were driving predictable, while the GT3s, because they didn't have, as soon as they got to you, they didn't really have an advantage over you because the cornering speed isn't that big of a difference, and the straight line speed also isn't that big of a difference. So it's really hard for them to overtake the cup cars. So if the GT3 cars, for example, are a bit stupid, which they were sometimes, you'd easily get into an accident or have to fight the GT3 cars.
Fair.
But I tried to manage it and let them pass to where I wanted to, not where they wanted to pass me, which they had
Alright.
to do because they couldn't get past otherwise.
Basically, faster traffic. If you are listening for future races, please be nice to the lower class cars, and we will be nice to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I also know that from experience, from being a faster class car most of the time. I'm nice to slower traffic, so slower traffic's nice to me.
Final question from me to both of you. There is an escape road on the hairpin, which is just going longer around. I saw you do it once, Samuel. There's also an escape road on the tight left corner after the second chicane. There's also a longer escape road going around there. How many times did either of you use either of the escape road in the race?
Well, on the left-hander, I used it once in quali, and I was forced onto it once by a GT3 during the race because he just dived me, and if I didn't do it, he would have put me in the wall, and well, he put himself in the wall actually. So he just dived me, put himself in the wall, and I had to take the escape road. So
As far as I go, I did it like twice in practice, and other than that, yeah, no, because I found the breaking point. I like my Hyundai. I know it very well. The other reason why I chose it is because I didn't know how wide the Toyota was. So it's like this place, and not knowing how wide your car is, that's not a good idea. So it's like, you know what, just do the Hyundai. You've been driving it for an entire season. You know this thing.
That is fair enough. Now, looking forward to next season, I think I've asked you, Max, during previous broadcasts how many series you're doing next season, but I haven't interviewed you, Samuel, very often. How many series are you doing next season in season 19?
a lot more than I can chew probably. At the moment, I'm signed up for GT4, the Super Formula, LMU, and DTM, and I'll make probably only one start in the GPL series.
Okay.
Maybe two, depending on if I really want to.
The GPL is very early, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fairly early on Sundays, but the only round I really want to do is is Monaco, to be honest.
Ah. Well, speaking of very early, Max, when is it gonna be for you when GPL starts? It's like 8 in the morning or something.
30 minutes prior.
Oh God.
Hey, it's fine. Like I've done many endurance races in the past, and like 6 a.m. is like a normal endurance start time. So like I'm no stranger to waking up that early. Heck, there was
I
even one
wouldn't.
time where um, I was an absolute mad lad, and I had a 12-hour and 24-hour to do in the same day, and well, ACC was really,
Well,
stupid as far as it handles drivers. So I had to wake up at 4 in the morning to start the 24-hour, and also like go in between the other 12-hour that was on ACC. And I think I stayed up 25 hours. It was totally worth it. We got a class win. So
Oh God.
look, I love motorsport. Okay, I love sim
you're
racing.
crazy, man.
I mean, okay, look.
You are very crazy.
I will agree with that one, but Sandeep also said I was a freak of nature because I once did 5 hours in a 6-hour race. So I don't know. I like racing. There was an
Ow.
opportunity to win. We won. It was totally worth it. My knees were dead, but we won.
Like, Jenny,
Anyways,
you're
It's
fucking
sim
crazy.
racing. It's
I
sim
mean,
racing.
I've done now 2 6, like basically 2 endurance back to back. Like yesterday one and then today one. I'm already finished enough. I don't know how you would feel after that. Like genuinely,
Well, I did 3 24-hour races one week after another. So yeah, give me more. Let's go.
bro. I would have killed myself honestly.
Nah,
I'm
sim
doing.
racing. I love it.
I'm. Uh,
If I had more free time, I'd just be like sim racing, but not
you
online.
just sim racing 24/7.
Yeah, pretty much doing something on Beam. I
Oh
don't
God,
have
man.
time, but I do a monster truck league on Beam and G, and I have like 5 championships, so I don't have to be on the ground. I can do backflips too.
Well, the only thing I can do is drive a car in weird circles.
I can
Kind
drive a
of
car.
okay.
I can drive a car. I can drive a monster. If it's got 4 wheels and an engine, I will drive it competitively and I will have fun. I just like driving, and that's why sim racing is great. 24-hour caravan race win.
Never. 24 hours of spa when. Oh wait, that's in 2 weeks. That's today actually. The IRL race.
Yeah, I hate that. I have college assignments to do instead of watching that. I hate summer classes. This won't happen next year though, thankfully.
Yeah, well, I'm done with school, so I don't have to worry about that.
Almost, almost. I'm almost
well,
done.
well, it's time to say goodbye for the time as I need to go back to work. A quick sneak peek of the Formula Regional calendar for season 19 as next time Phoenix SimSport is live. If it's for Assetto Corsa, I don't know if there's another special event tomorrow. It will be me again, commentating this time instead of driving the Formula Regional for season 19. We'll be going to Hockenheim Ring for the first
I
round
don't
on
think there's
July
anything.
the second, so very good. The next time everybody sees me or sees
I
a
think that maybe there's ELMS and LMU on Wednesday. I don't know if that gets streamed.
I don't think anybody's streaming that at all. So yes,
Great.
Formula Regional on every Thursday, 7 p.m. UTC, 8 p.m. British Summer Time, 9 p.m. Central Eastern Summer Time for the next basically 3 months. We are doing 3 weeks with 1 week break once again, the same format as season 18. And yeah, a brand new Formula Regional car tuned by Sandy Burju will be debuting starting from the night of July the 2nd. We'll be seeing you there at Hockenheim. Thank you to all 16 crews and 21 drivers that participated in the Palanga special event tonight. And thank you to
I
Max
have one thing
Simons.
to say.
Yes.
I'm just letting people know Sandeep has shoved the V8 Formula 2 sounds into that Formula Regional.
Yeah, that
So
sounds
they
crazy
will
good.
scream. They will scream their way through Hockenheim.
So it sounds like I need to turn down my game volume on that day then. But yes, thank you to Max Simons and Samuel Bellman for taking part in post-race interviews. We'll be seeing you on Thursday night. Have a good night.